Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. When last we left, we had just dealt with the ciphers of Dunreed Row, and basically solved a murder mystery ring / whatever. So we have to figure out what quest to go on to next. Now, according to my list of shit, I've got that heirloom breastplate that I'm supposed to find. Penhelm in the armory of the Crucible Knights. I can try to find these cliffs the Sagani is looking for. No idea where they are. Somewhere near. It doesn't even give me any details on that. Master Below. I can go back to Old Nua and explore some shit under there. I think I'm going to, but not in this episode. Time and Tide. More exploration of under Cade Nua. Trials of Durance just has him follow you around. And then Eder wants to go to the Records of the Saints War in an archive in the Ducal Palace, which I cannot get to just yet. Let's do the Rogue Knight thing first. What's my main quest here? Find a tower near a cemetery in a neighborhood filled with rundown estates. In a derelict district of Defiance Bay. So I could look for that. I could look for that on the main quest. Let's start with the Crucible Knights, and then if I can't figure that out, then we can go looking for that tower. In terms of that, the Crucible Knights are based out of they're based out of an area which I can't remember. I know I've been to it. I walked by and said, "Oh look, there's the keep of the Crucible Knights," and now I can't remember where it was. But I'll find it and I will cut right to it. Well, it looks like I found Crucible Keep. It's up here in First Fires, like right immediately into First Fires. So let's try to get entrance into it and find out what this guy has against the other guy. I can't remember their names. I could look it up in the journal, but more loading screens. Alright, well, I'm inside. Justakar Aldmar, what business brings you to the keep? Every day we get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. See if I can't say that without tripping over my words. Aldmar gives you an appraising eye. Judging by the scars on his face, he's lucky to be able to do that much. Every day we get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keeps us busy on the watch, it does. You look like you've recently arrived yourself. Who are you? Soldier of the Crucible Knights, and proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep, so that Commander Cliver can focus on more important matters. What goes on in Crucible Keep? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights. So it's where we store arms and armor, as well as where where many of our soldiers bunk. God, I'm tripping over my words again tonight. Tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. We're not exactly a formal knighthood, but don't tell Commander Cliver I said that. He grins. We were the first organized militia to oppose Adiran rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers are required to have their souls read by that critter out in Dunreed Row. What's this about Dunreed Row? Just a requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher-ups know that there's nothing messy built into your soul's past. Aldmar widens his stance. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me. I just wish they were more careful in hiring their ciphers. What's wrong with their ciphers? He shifts his weight and glances at the empty halls. They're mostly Orlands. I'm sure they're talented enough, but you just can't trust them. Hostility's in their nature, and they've learned to hide it over the years. He frowns and crosses his arms. All I'm saying is that they should at least be supervised by other folk. That's reasonable enough, isn't it? That seems like an extreme position to take. Aldmar shrugs. I'm just speaking the truth. Nowadays, it seems that's the biggest crime of all. Well, you know, he might be right if they're susceptible to corruption. which according to that guy in... who am I here for? According to... Osric. Yeah, I should have remembered that. That's the same as old school reference and index compilation. Anyway, according to Osric, they are corruptible, so it's entirely possible that that dude at the front door is right. Oh look, I've got a named individual that's not gold.
About the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Cleaver, not Cliver. It looks like it should be spelled looks like it should be pronounced Cliver, but it's just a clever variation of cleaver. Like, you know, the knife. What do you do here?
I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Something else on your mind? Tell me about the
We were
knights.
all smiths back in Hodred's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
He thinks himself a progressive man, but he is obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Deerwood's heroes of old. Other than Dunreed Row, who really knows about any of that, though? Alright. You know, this guy sounds like kind of an asshole. So I'm having no problem looking around his shit. This is a record of active patrols and reported crimes in Andre's gift. The latter far outnumber the former. Is there anybody in here? No, so let's just go ahead and browse around. Edict of Arrest. Let's just take all that shit.
I can do that.
Thank you, Durance. Once more, I'll just take all that shit. Ah, that little font. The Blacksmith Knights. A Short History of the Knights of the Crucible. I think I've already got a copy of that book. Ah, and somebody's coming in. Hello. I am totally not stealing shit. Ah, Penhelm's Affidavit, which is in my stash, which is, I think, exactly what I need. So let's look in my stash. To my stash. Penhelm's Affidavit. Curran, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Dunreed Row, does hereby certify that Novitiate A.M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influence or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with the seal of Dunreed Row and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. Who is, who am I looking for, anyway? By a fellow knight named Penhelm. Okay, to retrieve a breastplate from Penhelm. Might have forged a document from Dunreed Row. I know Curran, so I'm going to just go walk over to, yeah, here, I just got that added. I can just walk over to Curran and verify that. So what I'll do is just that. I will see you back in Hadret House. Alright, we're back here with Curran. Alright, always a pleasure to see a clever friend. I must be here somewhere. Is this affidavit real? It's signed by you. He holds the page, but seems to stare through the words as if it's something woven in the fabric of the paper. Curran bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm, a preening peacock of a man. His mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was a sole descendant of an Adiran general, one who'd fought against Hadret's rebellion. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you. But I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cleaver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. What are you so busy with? Hollowborn, growing unrest, ever-present political intrigues, so many missing souls. Okay, he's got nothing else for me. And I'm going to go turn this guy in without even confronting him. Because, to be honest, that's just the way I roll. Don't feel like blackmailing anybody, just gonna ruin them. Straight up ruin them. Oh ho! Oh, I just got ambushed. Penelm's face is white. Just talked to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step towards you, extending his hand. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. Cheer up. You always thought you were someone special. Soon everyone will know you are. Don't worry. I'm sure the knight will let you scrub the latrines. Your superiors did to know the truth. What truth? That over a century ago I was some Adiran whose dust is in the ground now? His hand grips the sword pommel. I'll ask you one more time. Give that back. Don't be a fool. We're in public. He looks at the novitiates with him, which is why everyone will be shocked to hear you assaulted a company of Crucible Knights without provocation, including one with such a spotless record as mine. And that, my friends, is how he signs his own death warrant, because I am not going to let up easy on him. Now, why is my RPG crawler already fucked up? Did he like die in a previous dungeon or a previous fight? I don't remember it. We'll position ourselves well. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Go ahead and rage. Who's this? That's just a generic novitiate. Why are my people just like running around in circle here? Alright, who just got knocked down? Dwarf chick just got knocked down. Let's return the favor. Let's go ahead and knock this novitiate down. We will get Durance to attack this guy. And my main is just going to straight up drop a Noxious Burst over here. When in doubt, blow him the hell up. Or Durance is going to move here and kick up the way overpowered Consecrated Ground. Oh, and now everybody's come up in here, so that AE I just queued up, absolutely useless. Totally useless. Okay, this only affects enemies, so I can safely drop it amidst my own people. Meanwhile, I'm getting kind of pissed off at the way these guys are working, so... Let's get this shit together. Yeah, I think I've pretty much got this taken care of then. I think I just owned one of them. Yeah, that debuff is just outstanding. I mean, it just completely owns them. Why is this guy back here? Let's book bash him. Oh, that's Penhelm. He's on my main. For some reason, he just decided to go straight for my main. We'll paralyze him. Yeah, let's hope they don't actually kill my main in all this. Is nobody wounded up here? I guess nobody's wounded. Alright, he's paralyzed. Let's get the fuck out of there. Paralyze him and then get everybody on his novitiates. Now he's on a proper tank. But I am so no, I do not want to do that. Fuck. I thought I had some sort of summon on this level. I guess not. Let's just summon my skeletons. Alright. I probably should have summoned a ghost, but oh well. Oh no, my ranger is getting her ass kicked. Can she extract herself? Yeah, let's just run. Just fucking run. Alright. This will be a little bit more forthcoming. That novitiate is near death. So it looks like it's just Penhelm's turn. And with this many people on him, he should go down real quick. But just to speed things up, I will try to knock him on his ass. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better in these combats now. Mind you, most of them have been pretty weak. Rogue Knight. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all their shit. I'm gonna grab all their shit. Breastplates, helms. They don't have any really nice shit, so I guess that's not. Retrieve the breastplate from Penhelm's corpse. I am gonna go turn this into Osric, and then I will turn in show the affidavit to Commander Cliver. I'm going to show it to Commander Cliver anyway, just if it gives me that option. But first I'll do the turn into Osric. Alright, I am back in the Adventurers Hall. Let's go ahead and talk to what's-his-face. Osric. Old school guy. Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? You were right about the affidavit. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. A shame it ended like that, but he's the lying weasel who started. You did all I asked, and you are owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pocket and hands it to you. Stop by Snolid's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory to you. The dozens. Moderate positive. Defiance Bay. Moderate positive. Now what's this armor to you anyways? Osric looks around, trying to appear casual. It's nothing really. Just a keepsake. He tries to look you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. It commemorates the Order of Magrin, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living. Us Deerwoodens, real Deerwoodens. We don't have nobility or birthrights, unless just some copperfucker from Ader. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. The Order of Magrin is, well, they don't give it out too much. Not often you see a member of the dozens whose revolutionary ties are as good as he says they are. So this, he pauses, considering the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self, but still catching a light, is something to live up to. Got business with me? I think that's about it. And he is done with that, and I will go ahead and talk to, first, major adventure added. This quest expires in 3 days. That's from my stronghold. What is my stronghold doing? Taxes collected. Nothing new to report. Major adventure 3 days. Reputation bonus and some. I need to pick up some party members and just park them in my keep just to do these adventures. Anything I'm constructing? Okay, I'm still building a craft hall. Well, let's find the shop, wherever it may be. I forget where he said it was. Where did he say it was? I think it's back in here somewhere? Yeah. Alright, time to see what she has to offer, Sonald. The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? Or are you betting on one? Show me your wares. Well, let's ask about her first. How long have you worked at Edmund's Den? She leans on the countertop and drums her fingers. Oh, a few years. I got in the moment the last merchant cleared out. She nods toward the main area of the hall. They've got new expeditions venturing out every week, so this is a great place to do business. And the dozens make loyal friends and loyal customers, so long as you stick by them. The vendor who was here before me, they ran him out when he sold his best helms to a pair of Crucible Knights. I've been careful not to make the same mistake. Show me your wares. Got camping supplies. I think I need one, actually. Exceptional stuff. Alright, like literally exceptional and fine stuff. Got some, like, would-be magic items. Dandy hat of the diseased yak. That makes me laugh so much. Okay, I don't need that. Snurf's Folly. It's a nice little ring. File Stompers. And I actually have enough for some of this shit. Nice. What's Minor Spellbind? An item with a Spellbind property allows an ability or spell to... Okay. Alright. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go ahead and ignore this shit for now. Well, except for buying some more camping supplies. I will come back when I have... like, between episodes, I will just, like, sort my inventory out like I did last time and do that part. For now, let's talk to the guy in charge. Wenin. I'm looking for work.
You don't mind stepping on the toes of the Crucible Knights. Come to think of it, the Dominels won't be too pleased either.
I have no idea who the Dominels are.
Nicer things than them.
Alright, where do I begin? Some of my other expeditions have come back with a rumor about a place called Le Al-Ramen, up near Stormwall Gorge. It's supposed to hold some of the greatest weapons those Ingwethan bastards ever made, and we've got need of them. He casts a sidelong glance at you. The knights are meddling in animancy, befouling souls to build metal warriors. Surely you've got enough sense to see how well that's going to go. We've got to be prepared to defend ourselves and the city. If there's anything that can stand a chance against this madness, it's weapons made by the Ingwethans themselves. They made the same kinds of abominations in their time. They'd know how to kill them. I've sent the giant slayers after the weapons, but they haven't had much luck so far. They're better fighters than treasure hunters. Meet up with them at Wood End Plains and see how far they've gotten. If you can get those weapons, I'll see you get your cut. Alright, sounds like a plan. And that's a decent one. But for now, I'm actually going back to the Crucible Knights to see if I can't turn in that shit to, that affidavit to, what was it, Cleaver? And, kind of make sure that everything's cool, what with me slaughtering all of his people. Enemy spotted. Assassins? Another group of assassins? What the fuck, man? It's like I can't go 5 feet in this city without getting attacked by assassins. Well, where are they? Are they over here? Oh, there's a whole group of them. Move these two up here. Get my other people attacking this guy, since he came all the way back. Hold on, did somebody just get possessed? No, they fucking killed my main. Or they fucking dropped my main. Yeah, this could be bad. This could be real bad. Like, I could die here. This is how bad this is. Let's go ahead and use this AE here while we can. Durance is going to run up here. And he's going to drop his way overpowered consecrated ground. Meanwhile, I need to get... you know, I'm going to use that at the sound of his voice kind of thing here. Just all on this one assassin here. Boom. Okay, did I interrupt myself? I think I interrupted myself. Okay, another sunbeam. Yeah, Edward's getting his ass kicked. And this assassin is taking forever to die. You know, I keep forgetting to actually use my ranger special abilities. That assassin is near death, so that much is good. Let's get some skeletons over here. And see what these mages have to say when they've got skeletons on them. Oh shit, Sagani is like seriously about to die. Let's try to heal everybody. Come on. Heal everybody. Durance. There we go. And Sagani is about to die. But I think I'm on my last parts here. Let's pop some more skeletons. And get on one of these. I think that I'm going to live, but I think I am definitely going to need to rest after this. Because this is the kind of shit that makes for party wipes. Then again, I guess that's what assassins are there for, to surprise you when you're least expecting it, and then try to kill you. So I definitely need to rest after this. Well, we lived.
Yeah.
Let's loot our shit. I'll take all of that. We'll take all this. All that. All that. And maybe all this too.
No problem.
So much shit to sell. Alright, now I'm back in Crucible Keep, and I am just looking for Cleaver. Wherever he may be. Cleaver, where are you? With your goofy spelling. There's some sort of chapel? This is the symbol of Abaddon, a colossal smithing hammer imposed over circular gear. Alright. Still no idea where this guy is. I'm gonna have to check my map. Well, there's somebody else. Hello. The Justiciar's gaze flicks over to you briefly before returning to the novitiates gathered in the training area. If this is about patrols, my novitiates are already stretched to their limit. Between the refugee influx and the mess at Heritage Hill, I simply don't have any units to spare. I'm sorry, was there something else you needed? Is there anything wrong at Heritage Hill? What isn't wrong is a real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there, and yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating about the keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if these monsters should find a way out, I could look into it. After what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill? I've lost trained soldiers there. Why should I let anyone in? You've got nothing to lose. If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. And if you're somehow able to put a stop to this, you've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Tell me about it. Used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay, but a few months ago the residents all went mad, started eating each other, and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now, every novitiate that stands guard there, every one that comes back, anyway, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horrors. The why and how are questions for the animancers. I've sealed the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there. It seems to be working, for now. And I've got a new quest. Now, I just need to find the person I'm looking for, which I still can't find. And he's fully voiced, Commander Cleaver.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes?
You're in charge of the...
Can I help you with something?
You're in charge of the Crucible Knights? Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and keep order for the Duke. Is there something else I can do for you? Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. We're the only professional army in Defiance Bay, or in the Deerwood for that matter. We defended the city in Hadrit's day. We've improved our training since then, but Dunreed Rowe can certify that many of our officers come from good Deerwoodian fighting stock. Now we're responsible for patrolling the city and keeping the peace. With so many refugees pouring in from the countryside, that's become more important than ever. Unfortunately, that's earned us enemies, particularly amongst the dozens and some of the more enterprising families in Defiance Bay. What do the dozens have against you? They're demagogues and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day and street thugs the rest of the time. Needless to say, they've no patience for law and order. Tell me about these enterprising families. House Dominal, namely. They're one of the city's oldest noble families and its largest criminal organization. Their patriarch, Gedmer, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We've kept on top of him, and he hasn't been too happy about that. Okay, why don't you have enough shoulders?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Justiciars, that's how you pronounce it. Alright. Got a couple slight negatives. I've got one slight positive. This is benevolent, but I'm not really that benevolent. Let's go with rational. There's so many newcomers, can't you just recruit more soldiers? More recruits means more training, which means more time from experienced soldiers that I don't have. Anyhow, I hardly see that this is any of your concern. But if you've got the time to ask me about it, perhaps you've got time to do something constructive. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights. Warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at them, we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Viana lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyway. And it looks like I cannot turn that guy's stuff in because I've already killed him, but it also looks like Cleaver doesn't really care. He does not really give a damn that I slaughtered so many of his soldiers on the street. So, I've got quests. I've got quests for both sides. Looks like two factions playing off one another. They're going to hate me one way or the other if I keep doing both quests. But, hell, fuck them. And with that, I will wrap up this episode. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more role-playing games. Until next time, take care and goodbye.